Good morning. It's now 10 o'clock on Sunday the 2nd of June. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. Just give you a quick spin round the progress since last time. Not been a huge amount to be fair, because yesterday I was down here doing a communal work day, which meant there's very little done on my plot, and I've only been here an hour or so this morning and I've got other things to do this afternoon, but I might come back later on. I might do a little update then, I shall show you then. But anyway, starting with this little bed here. This is bed number 11, I think it was. Broad beans, coming nicely now. They have been a bit slug munched, although there's pellets down now to stop that. But there is a flower on my broad beans, first I've ever had, so I'm quite pleased with that. New bed. Now this in number order is number 15, and this is where I'm going to put the runner beans. The idea being that runner beans are going to be on this left hand side of the bed, and on the right hand side there I've got some willow arches and hazel arches which I'm going to put over the top. Stuff we've copied ourselves. I've been talking about this now for months and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So all this is going to be levelled, composted, manured and made ready for the beans over the next couple of days. I've got beans in the polytunnel which are ready to come out, so when they come out I can plant those on the other side of the pathway here. Finish the path again later. That's not a major problem. I'm just going to put some weed fabric on it for now, just to hold the weeds back a little bit, and then take it from there. Right, quick run round. The little brassicas underneath this netting are doing quite well. They did get a bit slug munched in the previous bed. So there's red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and some broccoli under there. I need to get a proper netting cloche thing over the top of those, very much like the one I've done here. But again, it's just a matter of time. Now, this bed here is full of spring cabbage, purple sprouting broccoli, and cauliflower. A lot of it is going straight to seed. I'll just go down the back and show you the collie and the black bed. As you can see, it's not forming huge florets, it's forming little individual ones. Although that one in there is a bit better, but these were last year's. They should have been put in last year and they weren't. They overwintered and they've gone straight to seed as I expected, but I'm still going to eat the cauliflower off it. Treat it like broccoli, it should be very nice. Anyway, moving on. Finally found a home for walking onion. I'm sure I've shown you this one before, but it's in the ground and he's doing well, so hopefully he'll be fine. Also in this bed, original spinach, which is also trying to go to seed. I need to trim this back. I found that if I trim it back, it'll last me probably through this season as well. Even if it doesn't, I've got some more in the polytunnel which is growing, and we'll be able to replace it, plant that out soon. This bed is purple sprouting broccoli, the last of it, and some more perpetual spinach at the back. I've also sown a few seeds and beans and whatever into here, some peas. The only thing that's coming up so far is some radish down there, if you can see those. These are summer blend from one of the suppliers, I can't remember which one it was now, but they're coming up fine. I've also got carrots, beans, silver skin onions, all sorts in here, some lettuce, some Lolo Rosso over there, and oh yeah, I put in some beetroots. These are ones I'd grown from seed in the polytunnel, and they are cylindra, and they're doing quite well as well. A few onions in there. Now this bed is where my holding bed is for the fruit trees and fruit bushes rather. I've got 4 gooseberries, 3 blackberries, and well, 3 or 4 black currants in there as well. So they're going to go in the beds at the back of the decking area once I get it finished off, but other things are taking over at the moment. Potatoes doing well, as you can see. They've all been earthed up a couple of times, and the ones in the buckets are equally doing well. These have been earthed up, they're pretty much up to the level I want them to be in the buckets, maybe another earthing up to go, with the exception of these 2. Still lagging behind, still don't know why they're not doing very well, but well, they are, that's all I can say about it. I mean, that middle row, or second row in is Anya, and they've been in for a very long time, and the ones behind it are all supposedly later cropping, and they're doing much better still. As long as we get potatoes, I don't care. Bit of a change on my fruiting area. I've got a couple more raspberries in here that I brought from home to join the ones I bought from Aldi. The red currants hiding amongst the bottles there are doing quite well. Another raspberry there which I brought from home, which is starting to flower. That needs to go in soon, but I need to complete that bed first. Now this bed has been completed. The strawberries in here I got courtesy of another YouTuber, Bill Hayes. I'll put a link to his page below this if I remember to do it. Bill came over yesterday and brought me about half a dozen strawberries from his garden, because I've been having problems with mine, as I'm sure you know, and he brought them over for me, which is wonderful. Thank you very much, Bill. We shall have to return the favour at some point. I've also got some hanging baskets put up. The one on the right, the horrible green monstrosity, came from home. I had that at home last year. It's got a couple of varieties of strawberries. Some have got white flowers, some have got lovely pink flowers. I'm not sure what the varieties are, because when I put these up I wasn't too bothered about that. Still. And then I've got another basket there. I got the baskets, I've got about half a dozen of these from Free Cycle, and they're wonderful. Came with chains, everything. What I've done, I put a tumbling tomato in the top, and at the moment I've got 3 strawberries in the basket itself. There's room for 6, but I only had 3 spares, so I may put more in there. Depends how vigorous they grow. Now, also in this bed is where my herbs and my strawberries are going to go. As you can see, it's looking quite full now. I had 2 mint in pots which I've sunk at the back. I've still kept those in the pots so they don't spread. And then at the front I've got lots of strawberries. Some of these came from Bill, and some others came from another pot holder here, Michaela. Thanks very much, Michaela. I don't think you watch the YouTube, because you said before you're not into all that sort of stuff, but just in case you do, thank you very much. And then also at the back over there is the marjoram that I got at the plant sale in Upper Mill last weekend, so that's finally gone in the ground. In fact, I've got so many strawberry plants now. Thanks to all the generous people. I've got a pot and welcome back. It's now about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Following on from this morning's video, I thought I'd give you a quick whiz around the inside the polytunnel, because you've not seen in here for a few days, and then take you outside and show you the very little I've managed to do through today. Okay, got some cauliflowers and then some salad leaves there, salad leaves and onions. The potatoes inside here are absolutely doing fantastic. They're flying away much better than outside. I've got Casablanca at the front here and Penultimate Javelin at the back. I'm trying to recover some tomatoes, etc., and some chilies, because when the polytunnel blew over, they were the things I lost. So I sown a few more, and I've got my 1 cucumber in there as well, which I think I've overwatered today because it's drooping like I don't know what, and the soil is quite damp. So hopefully it'll dry out and it'll be okay by tomorrow. Underneath here, some lettuce at the front, leeks, some parsley, I think that is. 1 little okra plant which is going yellow, so I don't think that's maybe going to survive. I'm not sure what I've done wrong with that. And then some Swiss chard at the front. A couple of trays of failed leeks, there's maybe a dozen between the 2 trays. Then some shallots and lots of different herbs. Up top here we've got a pumpkin in the middle, courgette at the back, and some broccoli at the front. Then more herbs, peppermint, dill, sage, and so on. In the poly, there's quite a few bits in here. I've got some chilies, which are habaneros, and cayenne peppers. I've got a couple of courgettes and a pumpkin in there. I'm not sure which is which, because all the labels came out when the polytunnel went over. I've also got some chilies which I brought from home. There's 4 chilies in here. There's a chili blue, ficus blue. There's Thai hot chili, culinary. There's a Numax Twilight, and there's a Cayenne Purple. Now the reason I've got all of these, not because they're hot or whatever, but pure and simply because I like the colours. They're all purple and dark blue chilies, which are fantastic. Also got some herbs in there at the top, and I've got some potatoes left which still haven't gone in the ground. Anyway, they'll be going in shortly. I've got some potato bags at home I'm bringing down. Peas, runner beans, and 2 sweet corn at the back. Don't know what I'm doing wrong with sweet corn. I've sown 12 and 2 have come up. I re-sowed the 10 that didn't come up, and they still haven't come up, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm overwatering, I don't know. I'm going to have to try again. Tray of Mizuna, some more herbs, some parsley there, and aroma tomato at the front. Some asparagus peas, some beetroot, some spinach, and then the rest of it's all onions. I've potted on tomatoes, 3 different varieties there. There's a Tortum, there's a Roma, and there is a, I'm not sure what the other one is, hang on a second. Tortum. Oh, look, I've got 2 Tortums here. Oh no, Sparta. Sparta, a Tortum, and a Roma. Anyway, let's go outside. Not done a huge amount out here today. Now I've got 4 hanging baskets up. There's only 2 of them planted, but I replaced all the brackets so that they now look the same. Because before I had 2 different brackets which looked a bit strange. So I've now got 4 brackets, all from the pound shop, £1 each. Can't complain at that. And 2 hanging baskets waiting to be filled. Not sure what I'm going to put in those. I've got tumbling tomatoes at home, some cherry tomatoes which I might bring down and stick in there. I've got some nasturtiums, they might come down as well, and I might just bring some flowers just to make the place look a bit pretty. And I'm loving those pink flowers on the strawberries, absolutely wonderful. So many of them as well. It's looking like I'm going to get a bumper crop off those at least. The ones in the bed, still suffering a little bit from transplant shock, a bit wilted, a bit droopy. They've been well watered in, and there's plenty of manure underneath and plenty of liquid underneath, so hopefully they'll survive. Well, time will tell. Right, that's all I've had time to do today because I've been running backwards and forwards, etc. And would you believe it's taken me all that time, last couple of hours, just to get this lot sorted out and get these brackets in, etc. and tidy up the polytunnel. Oh, and I've harvested lots of broccoli. I'll show you what my broccoli's like now. You remember it this morning? It was quite tall, lots of purple bits. It's now very short with very few purple bits. On the far side over here, the collies have gone. They've been taken out. I think these plants here are also cauliflowers, but they're not showing any florets whatsoever. Whether it's because they're not collies, I don't know, but they do look like cauliflowers, to be honest. What I'm going to do with these is leave them a little bit longer. If they do start to floret up, fantastic. If they don't, they're coming out. I'd want the space, basically. And at the front here, the purple sprouting again has been harvested. I've had absolutely loads of it, and I'm hoping now that I'll get one more load off this, I think, and then it'll be time for the plants to come out and I can start replacing everything in this bed with something new, which will be nice. And the few purple sprouting under here have been harvested as well. There's one there that's going well to seed. I'm going to leave that and get some seeds off it, I think, and then I'll do my own. And there's one of the bees from the hives here having a good go at the flowers, which is exactly what I want because I want the seeds off this lot. The hives have been playing up last few days. Diane's hive has swarmed 4 times into the hedge nearby, and she's brought it back and put it in the box, in a new box, and it's gone again. It's obviously telling her it doesn't want to stay here for whatever reason. Hopefully she'll have sorted it this time. But, I don't know if you can see it on here, but the brown fence at the top, that's the apiary, that's where the hives are. Diane's hive did okay over the winter and survived, and is obviously doing well to be swarming. Sue's hive didn't do too well. They thought the queen might have died, but they found the queen. So the queen is in residence, but there's not enough really workers, we don't think, for them to actually rebuild the colony, because they went down to a very low number over winter. And I think what they're going to do is either let it go naturally and die off and then replace it, or hope for the best and see if they can get anything else out of it, see if it comes back, although they're not hopeful. Lots of sparrows around today, I've noticed. There's been a lot of talk in the news recently about the local species dying off, etc. Sparrows around here are fantastic. There's hundreds of the little things. Every time you go digging some ground or cut some grass, they're there. They're all over the manure piles. Fantastic. They can eat all the slugs and all the caterpillars they find. I'm very happy with that. Anyway, that's enough for me rabbiting on for now. I've been going on for far too long, and I will get another video up next weekend, and then that's going to be the last video for a couple of weeks. I'm on holiday, so I'll see what I can do while I'm away, see if I can get something sorted. But if not, you'll have to do without me for 2 weeks. How can you handle it? I don't know. Anyway, enough for now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.